Here are the supplies you need: some markers, a Sharpie, a paintbrush, and a cup of water, and just a piece of white paper. Go ahead and think about 3 words that describe your mom. I ended up changing mine halfway through when I realized my paper was turned the wrong way, but here was what I started with. The first thing I'm going to do is take my Sharpie and draw 3 areas on my paper, 2 lines all the way across. So now I have 3 sections. The next thing I'm going to do is write my first word. I'm going to start at the very top of the section and draw all the way to the very bottom of the section. I'm also going to bold the letters because I feel like it works better and you can see the word better when it's bold. Now that I have my word bolded, I'm going to start drawing my next word, which I changed from beauty to beautiful because I needed a much longer word. And then I started to bold in this next word. I have my second word bolded, but I thought that I would change my first word and add on the ly at the end just to make it go all the way to the end of the line. And then I'm going to write my last word, which I changed to amazing because I needed more letters to take up the space. If you want to do shorter words, you could always turn your paper the other way and have shorter words and draw them taller. Now I'm going to bold in those letters, and that's going to be my last set of words. Now that I have all of my words, I'm going to start the coloring or painting process. So I do different styles on all of the rows. This first one, I went with like bold around the letters, and I changed the color every single side of a letter, which this is not my favorite way, but I just want to show you how you could do it if you end up liking the top row. So I alternate the colors, and the only reason I don't really like this is because you can see with like the V and in between the O, it kind of takes away from the letters themselves, and it's harder to read the word, but it does give more color to the word. Now that I have all of the letters colored in on the top row, I'm going to take my paintbrush, I'm going to dip it in the water, and then I'm going to put it over the marker that I've just put on the paper. I'm just going to start like brushing it into the white space. And it might look like nothing's happening at first, but it kind of takes a second for some of the colors to come off, especially like the light pink color. The purple you'll see right away. And here's the first purple. You don't want to put too much water or paint it too much because the paper will start like coming off. So that purple is like really strong. So it depends like what you want your colors to be like. Okay, so now I'm done with the first row, and I'm going to show you how I did the second row. And I started out by a different technique, so I'm going to skip ahead to where I did the technique I like. As you can see on the first few letters of this line, I only did one line of each color, and I feel like that made it easier to see the words. But here what I started doing was doing really thin lines around the word and doing the same color on both sides of the letter. So I feel like this gave the most color to it, but also let you see the word better. So here is me painting in the lines. So you still have a lot of color, but you can read the word better, I think. And here is the last line, which I did all in the same way as the end of the middle line. And here's what it looks like mostly done. color in the last letter.